Hey, it's the Mad Queen. Welcome into the Queen's Lair. I want to talk about banishing heroes. If you don't know, this is an option for everyone that can be found in the altar. Of course, if you are a very experienced player, this is not going to show you any new information, probably. I am going to go over how I personally like to strategize this, but you can continue watching to help and leave some comments for other new players. Also, if you're a new player or an experienced player, join my growing Discord community. It's a great way for us to share progression, tips, and just help each other out. The link for that is always in every description of every video that I release. So that's just an option for anybody looking for either a little help or to give some help. But under the altar here, you can see there is hero banishment. You get 3 different kind of resources here. There is normal blue hero essence. There is orange that's called advanced hero essence. And then lastly is purple, or I don't know, kind of looks like a crystal, I guess, but it's primal hero essence. Honestly, don't even look at this unless you are spending a lot of money in the game. This is something that is not honestly not really obtainable unless you get an account that just gives you the same legendary hero over and over and over again. But quickly, if you don't know, there is a store for this in the market. So if we click out of the altar and go here to the marketplace, under the exchange shop, there is the hero essence shop. Once a week, you can buy 5 advanced summons. 5, which, you know, it's not huge, but over a month that can add up, right? So every week I make sure I have enough essence to buy these. It does take blue essence, and this is one way I'm able to save up and, I guess, hoard, or whatever you want to call it, advanced summoning crystals. Next, you can see with the orange ones that you can buy specific shards for either the wood, fire, or water element. And you can also buy the ancient summoning crystal, which will give you automatically at least an epic, but you can get a legendary. I think the chances of getting a legendary are pretty low, but I've pulled many of them, and I have gotten one, so I can't hate too much. Beyond that, with the blue essence, something else that's really amazing is this, advanced gear charms. Before you have a gear enhancement event, if you just farm for jelly and glyphs a few days, a week or so before it happens, because you typically can see pretty far in advance when events are coming out, then you can banish specific heroes and stock up on these gear charms. Look here, there is absolutely no limit. There's no limit to it. And you only need to banish heroes that you can get from blue shards, which can be farmed from everywhere in the game, basically. So here under altar, we're going to go to banishment. You can filter it by using this option here. Don't banish any materials. That's only going to be your foodies. If you don't know, foodies take 50% less XP to level up, so it takes less jelly, which initially is just going to help you overall. As far as commons, don't banish any of these. Commons are always going to be 1. They actually might have 2-star. I can't think off the top of my head. But common is always going to be gray. Never banish them. They don't give you hero essence. They give you gold. And I know a lot of people struggle with gold, but this is not the place to do that. The common heroes, use them for food only. That's my recommendation, unless you're at a point where you have a decent amount of shards, you have a decent amount of upgrading material, and you need gold. Then you can go ahead and lose this, but honestly, you don't get very much. I wish I could show you. I don't have any extra heroes right now because I made a lot of food recently. Next is rares. As far as the rare heroes go, this is whenever you're going to start getting hero essence. And you can get 1-star and 2-star rares for sure. A lot of times I will banish only the 1-stars because you get the same amount of hero essence if they're a 1-star or if they're a 2-star, which does not make any sense. And I have recommended that they change that because, 1-star, 2-star, it is different, But anyways, then I'll use all of those 2-stars for food because it's automatically 2-star heroes. If, though, you need more food or if you have a lot of food, you can banish those guys too. It doesn't matter. It's honestly up to you. I personally just like to save them for food sometimes, but I also do occasionally go ahead and banish those 2-stars as well. And then when it comes to the elites, this is the last hero rarity that you're going to be able to get these blue hero essence from. The higher ups are going to give you the other resources. Here, whenever you take a look at these, you can see that some of the heroes are going to have this arrow. When they have the arrow, if you click on them, it's going to tell you, selected hero can be used as material in hero synthesis. Would you like to use it anyways? You don't want to do that. Do not banish any of the heroes that you need for hero synthesis. And this is hero synthesis. I have an entire video over that if you're curious. But don't banish those guys. There are heroes that don't have that arrow on them. Valuk is one of the heroes you can get from farming adventure stages. In that case, if you can get a lot of copies of them just from farming, you can go ahead and banish those. It's just going to have to be something that you calculate based on how much time you think it's going to take you to be able to have the resources to synthesize heroes or not. If you have some of these guys just sitting around for, months or whatever the case may be, hopefully it's not taking you that long, then maybe it's going to be all right to get rid of a few copies, but you need more of these copies of the elite heroes than other ones to do the synthesis. But when you go down, let's keep going. See, I have Rogue. Whenever you approach these guys, the ones that don't have the arrows, to banish, that is very dependent on your account. So Rogue can have some uses. He can be pretty good. I already have him fully ascended. Same with Connor. I have him fully ascended as well. Rogue is not somebody that is 100% necessary for you to build on your account, but if you're somebody that's not spending a lot of money and you're a low spender, he's going to be pretty useful. And of course, as most people know, Connor is really good as a support. But like I was saying before, I know that I have a ton of copies. Hold on. Jeez Louise. Of Valuk. So I'm just going to select him. You can hold down on the first one and it'll go down to all of the ones it can fit. And I'm just going to banish. I got 60 for banishing all of those. I do think that needs a little bit of a boost, but it is what it is. So as far as banishing those guys, make sure you're just saving your hero synthesis guys. You also can take it a step farther if you want. This is what I did before they reworked hero synthesis, because all these heroes have not always been here. They recently did a rework a few months ago. I went in, I looked at every hero here, and then I made a list of how many heroes I would need to make one legendary copy of this hero. And then, of course, you're going to need 6 copies or 7 copies overall to make them fully ascended. So you can add all those up, and then you can add up all the heroes you're going to need from here, and then go and banish. That's totally up to you. It will take a little bit of time to do that. It's not crazy though. And then you can banish any extra heroes beyond that, but you're going to have a way to keep track of that. So most people, I would just recommend, I didn't mean to do that. I would just recommend saving them until you have them mostly ascended. But it's up to you. You do with your account whatever you like. And next we have the epic heroes. Banishing these guys is going to give you the orange advanced hero essence. So that is something I want to mention very quickly. I'm not actually going to banish him. I just wanted to show you how much you get for it. Please do not banish any heroes if you have any resources at all, XP, pumpkins, anything into these guys. Don't do it. It's a waste. But you get 5 of these orange ones from doing the epic heroes. If you guys have any more questions, comments, concerns, anything you'd like to add, leave a comment down below. I'd be more than happy to answer anything you might have. Just continue a conversation with you. It may take me a few days or so to get to your comments. I apologize, but I will at some point definitely get back to you. I promise. Thank you guys.